Uh, it's been agonizing past few months for Fatal Frame fans, but we now finally have an answer. Fatal Frame Wii U, also known as Fatal Frame Maiden of Blackwater, will be digital only. Yes, you heard me. Digital only for Wii U fans. Here's my problem with this. Number one, the file is 16 gigabytes. And the largest Wii U capacity for storage, just in the system, is 32 gigabytes. Now, here's the thing. It's not 32 gigabytes. It's actually 22 gigabytes because 10 gigabytes is taken up by the operating system. This was confirmed for me by a Nintendo of America representative. Now, that leaves not a lot of room to store Fatal Frame, which means Nintendo is expecting gamers to purchase an external format of hard drive storage or hard drive space. I'm not cool with that. I'm not okay with that. I don't want to purchase any more storage space other than what I already have. I already have an SD card in my Wii U, and it's already it's only at like 6 to 7 gigabytes left. I try to save retail purchases for retail purchases. Which is a shame because they're launching Shovel Knight retail, and I would have waited. I would have waited for a Shovel Knight release retail. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. So even though I don't like it, I feel like we could change it. Just like we did with Operation Rainfall, and the whole thing with Xenoblade Chronicles, and The Last Story, and Pandora's Tower. All games that I bought, day one, pre-ordered. So, my suggestion would be first to check out the fan Twitter page for fans that are fans of Fatal Frame, but also fans of getting the new Fatal Frame Wii U, or Fatal Frame Maiden of the Blackwater, to America in a retail release. So first thing you want to do is go on Twitter and go to @Operation0. Now the O's at each end are replaced by zeros. So Operation, the first zero, O is a zero. The second one for the word zero is also a zero, like the number zero. Check them out. They are a Twitter page that is trying to get Nintendo or Koei Tecmo to change their mind. Second thing you want to do is give Nintendo a call. You can give them a call by calling 1-800-255-3700. Give them a call, and I can't remember the number that you have to press afterwards after you dial the number. I think it's 5. But anyways, if you get a representative on the line, tell them. Be very nice about it, first off. We don't want to be rude. We don't want to be... I mean, I'm pretty angry about this, but you know what? We need to be respectful. We need to be like, listen, we really want this, and we're willing to pay money for it. Europe, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Europe is getting a limited edition, which has like a poster and like an art book and all this crazy stuff, soundtrack and all that stuff. And traditionally, European Wii titles, or Wii U titles, or really just Nintendo systems, have always sold pretty poorly there. So it doesn't make sense that you have a much larger fan base of Fatal Frame fans in America, in North America, who are willing to dish out money and pay for this title as a physical retail release. Yet you're going to release it digital only here and give Europe and Japan limited editions, or actually I can't speak on behalf of Japan. I don't think they got a limited edition. But Europe is getting a limited edition, and yet it's not going to sell as well there. So here's what I suggest doing. So reach out to Nintendo, tell them you want the game. Another thing you can do is you can call Koei Tecmo. They have a direct number that you can call to speak to them. And also, besides calling Nintendo, call Koei Tecmo. Get somebody on the line and just really nicely say, just wondering, I'm interested in pre-ordering a retail release of this game. I called and spoke with a representative, and they said, yeah, we've been getting calls like all day about this. So we're not the only ones. I'm not the only one here that really wants this game physically released, so that way I don't have to go out and buy more memory, and I actually get a physical copy of the game. That way I can go back to it and play it years upon years on end afterwards. So I know there's a lot of, problems with people who are very anti-digital or very anti-physical release. They want everything digital. Whatever. It's just... It'd be a different story if the game only launched digital and we were wanting a physical release. That would be silly. But the game launched everywhere else physical, so why can't it launch physically here? So the number you can dial for Koei Tecmo, this is the United States branch, is 650-692-9080. I'm going to put it up here just like I did with the Nintendo number. Give them a call and ask them nicely information about pre-ordering Fatal Frame Wii U. Another thing you can do is tweet and Facebook. So go on Twitter. Nintendo's handle is @NintendoAmerica. Give them a shout out. Another thing you want to do is go on Facebook and go to Nintendo's page and tell them that you want the game. You want a physical retail release. From what I'm understanding, Koei Tecmo they are the link necessary to be able to get the word out. Now they may give you a heads up and tell you to email them. I believe the email address is support@koeitecmoamerica.com. I'm going to double check before I post it. If it's any different, I'll post a different email address, but I believe that is their email. Shoot them an email, let them know how you feel and that you want the game. Please, the most important thing is that you need to be respectful, and we need to, no swearing, none of that stuff. Because they're not going to take the fan base seriously if you're doing that. So if you're really interested in getting this game physically released in the near future, send out information to them through all these channels, and we may be able to get the game released stateside or, in the North America with an actual physical retail release. If you're like me, you collect video games, you play video games, and even though this is getting a digital release, which is great, it's better than the last Fatal Frame game, which never saw a digital release. I think Nintendo's scared of releasing the game physically because it costs too much money to do so. I think that we can maybe make them feel better about getting the game stateside here in North America or United States or whoever's going to get it by letting them know how you feel about the fact that there's no digital or there's no physical and that it's a digital only release. So that's my recommendations. Let me know if you guys find out any more details. Post it in the comments below. Tell me how you feel about the situation as well. Are you okay with a digital release? Would you prefer a physical release? Let us know in the comments below, and please share this video, because the more that the word gets out, the more that we'll be able to share and get Koei Tecmo and Nintendo's eyes on us to let them know how we feel about this situation. I don't know, I'm gonna go email them. You go. Do your thing.